So you have a kit lens and you're searching for a cheap upgrade to invest in. Well, in this video I'm going to share with you what I think is the best budget lens from Canon that you should invest in to upgrade your production. And today, instead of intro, I'm going to show you a 30 seconds long promo video of a wooden bow tie production that I shot, and it's shot 90% with this mysterious lens. And I think just two scenes, the wide ones, are shot with the Canon lens. So without further ado, let's watch the 30 seconds video first and then talk about the lens. If you're new to this channel, hey, welcome, it's so good to see you here. My name is Strojnik, I'm a filmmaker and photographer, and on this channel we talk about videography and photography, tips and tricks, so if that's something that you're interested in, consider subscribing. So, let's put this baby aside and talk about the best budget lens, which is... Ooh. Red circle.
No! God, please, no! No!
I'm sorry guys, but here it is. It's got a red dot, so something red. It's the nifty 50 from the Canon. It's Canon 50mm f1.8 STM lens. Incredibly small, but incredibly big in performance. And the best thing is you can get this for $120 only. So now we're going to go through some of the pros and cons. So the first thing is the low aperture. It's f1.8, which means the lens can bring in a lot of light, which makes it perfect for low light situations. Not only that, it can also isolate your subject by blurring out the background with buttery smooth bokeh, and I use it not only for videography, but also for photography. And here are some of the examples of the pictures that I took with this lens. As you can see, it's really sharp, and the quality you get for such a low price, it's incredible. And especially if you're going to upgrade from a kit lens to this lens, you're gonna see a huge improvement in your production quality. The second reason why you need this lens is because 50mm mimics what we see with our own eyes the best in terms of field of view and perspective. And not only that, if you mount it on an APS-C sensor, it's gonna get you a 1.6 crop factor, which then makes 50mm and 80mm focal length. Perfect for portrait. And the third reason why I love this lens is because you can use it as a macro lens, which means you can focus really close to the subject and really get that blurry background, which makes it perfect for product videography and photography, as you saw in the bow tie promo video I showed you. And yeah, this is about the pros, and now the cons. Life is not perfect, and you cannot expect for $120 for this lens to be perfect. And its first weakness is that it's plastic fantastic, and I already broke it. Actually, funny story, I mean it's funny now. I left it on the roof of the car and I sneezed. I don't know what happened. Split a second later, the lens is flying in a slow motion through my fingers. I tried to cut it, didn't happen, it broke, and yeah, luckily it was not this baby, huh? I would cry. The second thing I don't like about this lens is that it doesn't have image stabilization, and this is probably the reason why it's so cheap, and it's also the main reason why you shouldn't buy this lens. Now let me explain. Yes, it's razor sharp, but if your hands are shaking a lot, this is not a lens for you. I also found it quite hard to balance on the glide cam or gimbal because it's so light and the camera is so heavy, so there is no good balance, if you know what I mean. So you can use it handheld. I use it all the time, but what I do is, like the video above you saw at the beginning, the 30 seconds bow tie video, it was all shot handheld, all. But what I did, I stabilized the footage in post-production, and 90% of it, if the shakes are really light and small, it's gonna work. I'm gonna make another video about how to shoot handheld, so that's coming soon. Yes, if you're shooting on a tripod. Yes, for photography. For handheld video, yes, if you can stabilize it in post-production. And the third weakness this lens has is autofocus hunting. I don't know what's happening right now, maybe it was hunting already during this video. Actually, I am using the 50mm lens, the one we are talking about right now. It's on the camera on 5D Mark IV, so you have a bit of an idea of what kind of look it gives. Now, autofocus hunting happens a lot with this lens, especially in low light, so I wouldn't recommend it if you're shooting live events. However, for shooting in a controlled environment where you have multiple opportunities to shoot again and again if needed, it's good, it's perfect, because the quality of the video that comes through this glass is so worth it. So, recap. Cons: plastic fantastic, number 1. Number 2, no image stabilization. Number 3, autofocus problem. And pros: f1.8, low aperture. The second reason, it's very versatile because of the popular look that it gives, which mimics what we see with our own eyes. And reason number 3, if you're searching for a portrait lens or something to isolate the subject, this is the baby you should go for. Let me know in the comment section below about what is your favorite budget lens from Canon. This is it for today, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.
You just like